Let's open up my treasure chest, see what kind of booty we can scrape up today. I doubt it. Well, now we've got death threats on Trey Gowdy. Wow. Death threats on Trey Gowdy. Well, you knew that was going to happen. It was only a matter of time. Professor threatens to murder students who are teabaggers that support Ted Cruz. Where are you on this, Ellen? Huh? How come we don't hear you talking about this, Ellen? How about you, Jay? Well, they're teabaggers. They can be attacked. Don't worry about it. Remember that dad that was arrested the other day? That school board meeting? Well, we got a story on that. We got a little more to this story. Seems that the cop really wasn't all that enthused about arresting him. Well, then maybe you shouldn't have arrested him. You don't, I'm sorry, but you do have the right not to arrest somebody, especially if they're not a threat cop. I'm sorry, but you did a bad job. You should lose your job for that. Minnesota now requires folks to actually be convicted before seizing their stuff. Well, imagine that. Imagine that. Imagine a state has to now pass a law that say you can't have your stuff seized unless you're absolutely convicted. Well, has anybody ever read the Constitution? I mean, I'm just wondering. Why do we need to pass a law that? We've already got that. It's already in the books. It's already in the books. Our very first laws are right here in the Constitution. These are the very first laws. Constitution trumps all cop handbooks, all school handbooks. It trumps all other laws, state laws, local laws, city laws, federal laws, all laws. Constitution trumps them all. You do not, I'm sorry, Minnesota, I'm glad that you did this, but the problem is you shouldn't have to. We've got a Constitution that says that you cannot seize people's stuff until they're convicted. You can't do that. There's reasons for that. And if you don't understand those reasons, well, again, stay out of the conversation. Find something else to do with your time. I mean, my God, we got to get oath keepers, to take an oath. Follow the oath that they already took. I mean, if you take an oath, you take an oath. You don't need to take another oath to say I'm going to follow the oath that I took. I mean, that's ridiculous. So I guess, in a sense, good job and bad job, Minnesota. Why don't you just simply tell your cops that if they break the Constitution, they don't follow the Constitution and they violate the citizens' rights, well, then they're going to lose their job. They don't get a pension. You got to hold people accountable. I'm sorry, but you got to follow the Constitution. It's high time that we just go back and follow it. And we don't need to take an oath to say we're going to follow an oath that we took. We don't need to pass a law that says we're going to follow the Constitution. It doesn't even make any sense. Ridiculous. But this is what we have to do now. This is where we are in this country today. This is where we are. Okay, Jesus, God. And now we got the EPA porn hounds. Oh, for Christ's sakes. They're all looking on porn instead of doing their job. They got too many people in the EPA. I guess there's not enough rules and regulations to inflict on the American people, so he's got nothing better to do but look at porn. I mean, come on. And when they went in there to talk to him about it, he was on the computer looking at porn. And he's still making his $120,000 salary. Imagine that. How many jobs do you know of where you can not do your job, get paid very handsomely, and look at porn all day? That's the kind of job I want. I wonder if he could drink beer on the job, too. Now, wouldn't that be a hell of a job? You could sit at your desk, drink beer, and watch porn all day. And collect $120,000 a year. That's the job I want. Jesus Christ. Police shooting frenzy. Oh, my God, this story. This story right here just really is very... Well, we're going to get into it later, but it's very telling of what's going on in this country, and it's scary. We are now living in a police state, and that police state is getting bigger and bigger and bigger and bigger and bigger. I'm sorry, but it's time for the American people to stand up. You can stand up. You can rise up. You have that right. Not only do you have a right, but you have a duty, an obligation, a responsibility. If you are going to allow the government to take away your rights, you don't deserve your rights. It's okay to get a little angry. It's okay to stand up and say no. It's okay to say I will not comply. That's your duty. All right, let's get into these death threats on Trey Gowdy. Well, you knew that was going to happen. You knew that was going to happen. I mean, why would they give Trey Gowdy a death threat? Because he's trying to get to the bottom of what happened in Benghazi? Are these people really afraid that their little king might get exposed? He's already been exposed. Look, there isn't anybody who has any amount of intelligence doesn't know that the president is the only one who can give the command to go attack to the military. But he didn't. By not giving a stand-up order is giving a stand-down order. The president did nothing. He was inept. He was absent. Where was the president? We don't know. And now Trey Gowdy wants to get to the bottom of it? Well, I bet if those people in Benghazi were all homosexuals, I'm sure that we'd get to the bottom of it, wouldn't we? We'd have Ellen DeGeneres out there protesting, Jay Leno. We'd have them all out there. Blame it on a video. Well, Politico reports and journalists at other outlets have received emails. This was just on Tuesday. That Gowdy would be harmed because of his role in investigating the 2012 Benghazi attacks. And of course, the police are not going to comment on the scope of the investigation. Hopefully they can find out who did it, and hopefully they're prosecuted. I doubt very seriously anything is really going to happen. I doubt very seriously that this Justice Department is even going to be looking for these people. I doubt it. I just doubt it. Because they're all connected. They're all involved in it. Well, Gowdy now has subpoena power. He says he's going to subpoena Hillary Hitman Clinton, Susan Rice, and everybody else. Well, you know what? He needs to subpoena the president. I'm sorry, but he has to subpoena the president. He needs to subpoena the president of the United States. This is the man. This is the head man. The United States, American people, need to hear from our president. Where was he? Huh? Where was he? We know he wasn't in the Situation Room because the little dude said he wasn't. He said that on television. Dude, man, this was like 2 years ago. So we know the president wasn't in the Situation Room, which is where he should be. Americans are being attacked. Our embassy is being attacked. Why the hell the president was not in the Situation Room, I don't know. That doesn't even make any sense to me. I'm sorry, but if you're president of the United States, that's the first thing you want to do is run into that Situation Room. Find out what the hell's going on. Take charge of the goddamn situation. But no, he goes upstairs and has dinner with Michelle. Practices little fundraising speech. He didn't have time to play these little games. Valerie Goebbels, go take over. You and Hillary, here's the keys to the Situation Room. And make sure you throw all your cups and all your garbage in the garbage can there. Don't leave any candy bar wrappers. No pop cans leaving around. No. Make sure you clean it up after you leave. Well, let me know how it turns out. So where was the president? That's what I want to know. Why was there no action taken, Mr. President? These are the questions that I would ask you. Why did you not take any action, Mr. President? Why did you not send anybody their way? Why did you not send help when our American brothers are being attacked, raped, cattle prodded, tortured, burnt, blown up with mortars, machine gun fire? Why was there no help sent? Don't give me this nonsense. We didn't have anybody in the area. I'm not going to buy that BS. We've always got a carrier in the Persian Gulf. In that whole area. Well, not in the Persian Gulf, they're in the Arabian Sea, which is just one little hop and skip jump through the Straits of Hormuz, and you're in the Persian Gulf. But they don't need to be in the Persian Gulf. They're in the Arabian Sea. They're in the Indian Ocean. They're there. Those planes fly pretty fast, especially with that $150 gallon fuel. $150 a gallon of fuel. Imagine that. Oh, but it's green. It's not green. What do you mean it's green? It still produces smoke. Don't give me this crap. And you paid for that. You paid for that out of your pocket. They didn't pay for it. The Pentagon didn't pay for that. Those pilots didn't pay for that. Why was our ambassador? What was our ambassador even doing there, Mr. President? That's another question I'm going to ask you, or I would ask him. What was our ambassador doing over there? Huh? Why did you lower the security? Why did you allow Hillary Clinton to diminish security? The Red Cross left, the British left, and our security left. Why did that happen, Mr. President? Huh? What was our ambassador doing over there? What kind of weapons deals were they making, Mr. President? Huh? Why were you trying to sell weapons and do weapons deals with Al-Qaeda? I'm sorry, again, you can call them whatever stupid term you want to call them. Al-Qaeda is like Kleenex. Al-Qaeda, Islamic terrorists. That's who they are. They all may have a different name, but they're the same people. Whether they live in this tiny little Southeast Asian country that wants to stone homosexuals now, they got Ellen DeGeneres all exercised. Whether they're in Benghazi, whether they're in Iraq, doesn't matter. They're all the same. Whether they're in Israel, Palestine, doesn't matter where they are. It's the same group, the same people. They have the same mindset. That's to kill anybody who's not like them. That's their mindset. So why would we be making weapons deals with these people? You want to make weapons deals with these people, the Syrian rebels who are Al-Qaeda, Hamas, and all these other names, all these other groups? Why would you want to make deals with them? And why are you trying to upset Syria here? Why do you want to attack Syria? I'm sorry, but these countries over there, they don't know how to function without a dictator. They don't. They don't know democracy. They have no idea how to function. I hate to say it, but look at all the countries that were. You've got Saddam Hussein. We toppled him. Now look at Iraq. That's one of the biggest war zones in the world. Libya. We got rid of Gaddafi. Now look. Again, one of the biggest war zones in the world. What did we accomplish by that? I don't know. I don't see any results. Well, we see results, but we don't see any good results. That's the point I'm making. What positive results did we get? Well, we got nothing. We got more terror. We got more terror than we had before. And now we want to topple Syria, take out Assad. Look, I'm not defending this Assad. He's a creep. Of course, he's a creep. But my God, at least he's keeping the peace. They've got all kinds of religions over there. At least at least it was a little peaceful. I mean, for them, it's peaceful. For us, it's not. But now he wants to get Al-Qaeda in there so they can topple Assad. And now what? Now we got another Islamic terrorist country in the world so they can spread more of their terror across the globe. Is that what you're trying to get, Mr. Obama? Huh? Is that your goal? I mean, I'm sorry, but people, when they say that you're a Muslim, you have to ask. I mean, it just seems sometimes that the evidence is there. At least it supports the idea that you could possibly be a Muslim. That's fine. You can be a Muslim. But it's what you do with your religion. It's not religion that's the problem. It's what you do with that religion. So why were we making deals with these people, Mr. Obama? And again, the last question, why did you blame all this on a video? So you wouldn't get caught making weapons deals? Is that what it is? There was a lot of weapons deals being made. It wasn't just one. This was going on for a while. Now, whether that ambassador was in on the deal or not, I don't know. Who knows? We're never going to find this information out. I know Trey Gowdy is going to do the best he can to find out the information, but the problem is I don't feel confident. I hate to say that. I want to. And even if they do find out all the information, here's what I don't feel confident in. I don't feel confident there's going to be anybody punished for this. That's the problem that I have. I know we're going to spend a lot of time and a lot of resources, a lot of money. We're going to be spending a lot of things. But we're not going to get the punishment that is due to these people who did this. This was self-inflicted. We did this to ourselves in Benghazi. This administration did this. I blame this entire administration for this. Weapons deals that go bad. We get rid of our security. We open the door. And once they started their attack, we allowed them to attack. And we still have yet to send one military personnel. We sent the FBI 3.5 weeks later. You need to subpoena the president, Mr. Gowdy. You do have subpoena power. I'm pretty sure that subpoena power does give you the right to subpoena the president. They subpoenaed Bill Clinton. Subpoena Bill Clinton, they can subpoena Barack Obama. You need to get that son of a bitch in there, sit him down, and start asking him questions. And don't let him leave until he answers them truthfully and honestly. But will we do that? I doubt it. And I love Trey Gowdy. I support you, Trey Gowdy. I do. I support you 100%. I'm hoping that you do the job right. I'm hoping you get to the bottom of it, which I'm pretty sure that you will if you're allowed to. But the punishment after we find out what happened, that's what concerns me. I have a very strange feeling that nothing's going to happen. The government's going to be allowed to get away with it again and again and again. This is why we need to impeach. I'm sorry, again, no sugarcoating. No more sugarcoating. Screw the sugarcoats. There are far, far, far too many actual crimes. This isn't about bad policy. I mean, bad policy is bad policy. My God. Any organization is going to make bad policy from time to time. It's just going to happen. This isn't about bad policy. These are about crimes. Starting with the stimulus package of $800 billion stolen, taken directly from you, the taxpayer, and given to his friends. They open up these businesses that have no business conducting business, and then they get a multi-million-dollar bonus check at the end because they ran a company out of business? Well, my God, give me $800 billion. I'll open up a couple of companies. I'll run them out of business and then get a bonus check at the end. Hell, I'll do that. I'll do it for half the price you charge them. I'll save you all kinds of money. I mean, my God. And then you go into Fast and Furious. I'm sorry, but when you give weapons, and not just one, not just two, but several thousand weapons to the Mexican drug cartels, who don't seem to have very much trouble finding weapons anyway. I mean, this is the Mexican drug cartels. Why do they need to come across the border to the United States to get weapons? They don't need to go there. They can get weapons anywhere they want. And why would our government give them weapons? Oh, so they can track them and find out where they're going? Yeah, they're going to go to Mexico. Where do you think they're going to go? What the hell's the matter with these guys? What the hell's the matter with this government? What the hell's the matter with the American people? Why aren't we that angry? We're still not that angry over Fast and Furious. That was such a long time ago. I don't want to talk about it. Why do you keep bringing up old news? It's not old news. Tell that to Brian Terry's family. See if they think it's old news. Pretty sure they don't. When they still have that empty seat at the table at Christmas dinner. Yeah. It's not old news. That still hurts. It still hurts. And then we go into Benghazi. There's 4 empty seats at tables now. That's not old news. It still hurts. There's still that hollow, empty feeling they have in their heart that our government killed those people. Our government killed Brian Terry and those 4 Americans in Benghazi. Our government did that. Our government should be charged with murder. Period. And that's what it was. It was murder.